Hey everyone, in this video, we're going to talk about a combination that will make you an absolute rock star on the phone. Okay, we're talking about conviction and immersion. Sounds boring. Promise you, it's not. Stick with me here. Guys, this is a training module that we deliver to our call center agents before we even hand them the script or the presentation, before we do any sort of training on it, okay? It sets the script up not to be a wall of words to perform, but an experience. It's about mastering the art of connecting with your prospects. Okay, so here's the deal. Conviction, it's your secret weapon in this business. It's not about what you say, but how you say it. I'm sure you've heard that a ton of times by now, okay? Imagine trying to sell life insurance sounding like you just woke up. Your script may be gold, but if your energy screams, I don't even believe this, guess what? Neither will they. So think of conviction like coffee for your presentation, okay? It wakes it up and it makes it work. I know some of you have to start your day with coffee because it wakes you up and it's your signal to get to work, right? To start your day even. If you don't have conviction in your presentation, the best presentation in all of final expense telesales, life insurance telesales, whatever, it won't matter if you don't have any conviction behind it. Got to give it that, got to give it that oomph, that passion, okay? Now, let's break this down. There's three pieces to this module, right? There's closing. This is where you seal the deal, self-explanatory. There's conviction. This is your ability to transfer your belief to your prospect. That's the traditional definition of conviction, okay? Immersion is all about knowing your prospects so well that you can almost predict their objections before they do, okay? It's about becoming a sales Jedi, combining all these three, right? The force, yeah, that's your conviction and immersion working together. You'll see it work beautifully if you're able to do this, okay? So yeah, let's look at this Venn diagram. And it's not just a bunch of pretty colors and circles, guys. This is a blueprint for higher sales conversions. I'm gonna explain it here. So first we have conviction, okay? You look at that circle there. This is your emotional certainty. This is the let's get this taken care of energy, right? When you approach a call with confidence, you communicate trust and urgency. It's the spark in your presentation that makes your prospect think this agent really knows what they're talking about and they really believe in this. So conviction builds emotional buy-in. It's the backbone of persuasion. And I know persuasion to a lot of people is kind of a bad word, but we're not persuading people to buy life insurance, guys. If we're working leads where they fill out a form online or they called in, they already know they need life insurance. Persuasion comes in from getting them to take action today. Because life insurance, all life insurance telesales, it's a one-call close, okay? I'm sure many of you have follow-ups and you're saying, Jeff, that's not true. It's not a one-call close. I sell my follow-ups all the time. Yeah, but that's because you're not good at conviction and immersion. If you make a lot of your sales on follow-ups, that's because you don't have that intersection of conviction, immersion together, okay? Or else you would get people to take action. So maybe if you are getting a lot of follow-ups, this is kind of self-reflective for you in understanding why. Okay, so you also have immersion. So immersion, this is your ability to dive deep into your prospect's needs. It's about understanding their story so well that they feel like you're reading their mind. You're not just a salesperson, you're their guide through the process. It's about asking those probing questions and going deeper and deeper and asking the questions they've never been asking, having them think about things they've never thought about before. And this is an experience for them if you're doing immersion correctly, okay? And then recapping it all so that you understand everything about them, their situation, what would happen if they didn't take action, everything about them, why they want the coverage, who they're trying to protect, why they're trying to protect them, all that. You recap it so they understand it, right? And you become this guide And a guide walks people through processes. You're not telling them what to do. You're not being pushy. You're guiding them. So you're learning about them and they feel like you're doing this together. You're on the same mission to protect their family. That's what we mean by guide. We use that word a lot in our agency, okay? Finally, we have closing here, okay? So closing, this is where the magic happens. So here's the key. To close effectively, you need conviction and immersion working together. Closing isn't just about asking for the sale. It's about doing it sharp as a tack. No hesitation, and then giving the pause. Let them digest after you give the rates. Let them react, not fill the air with words, because you're so confident. You just understood everything about their situation. You have this conviction, and this is just a formality, just giving them the rates. It should be, you should have this assumption that we're going to be taking this application because you've done such a good job understanding their situation and, doing it with conviction. So it should feel like you're delivering a solution that feels perfectly crafted for them. If you're out there at the rate presentation and you're guessing on how much coverage amounts, what range to quote, you're not truly connecting there. You should feel confident that, yes, you want to give a few different options, but you should feel confident that those options are in their range, whether they gave you the budget that they're within or whether you figured out the amount that they're trying to go for. There should be some sort of connection there from the presentation, okay? And so then we have the sweet spot. This is the middle. This is where conviction, immersion, and closing overlap. It's your sweet spot. This is where you delivered your custom tailored solutions, okay? Your rates, the coverage amount, all that stuff within their budget if they discuss that. But this is where you do that combined with the emotional buy-in and your unshakable confidence. All that working together in the close, okay? Customized, you have their emotional buy-in. It's really the emotional buildup that you've been asking those probing questions and they have this stirring in their mind, and your unshakable confidence that you know what you're doing, they feel confident in you, okay? When you hit this zone, you're not just selling anymore. You're creating trust, you're delivering value, okay? The takeaway from this entire thing, this entire diagram here, this blueprint of conviction and immersion and closing together, guys, these are not separate steps. They're interconnected. Think of them as like a three-legged stool. Remove one and the whole thing collapses. Remove one, you don't have conviction, you don't have immersion, your whole presentation collapses. You're likely not going to get the sale unless they're a laydown, okay? Keep them balanced and you're going to see your sales percentage soar. All right, next slide. Conviction. Okay, so why does conviction matter? It builds trust and urgency. It affects your tone. It affects your energy, how people perceive you on the other side of the phone, okay? If you don't believe in what you're selling, how can you expect them to? Conviction comes from knowing your product. It comes from understanding its value and empathizing with your prospect's pain points, okay? Immersion is next level stuff. This is where you go beyond the script. This is where you dive deep into understanding your prospect. All those probing questions we talk about in our trainings, right? What are their fears? What do they need? What will those consequences be if they don't take action? Think of immersion as putting yourself in their shoes, and that's the best way to really do this effectively. Understand that that person on the other end of the line has a family who's going to be burdened financially if this person doesn't take action today. And we need to figure out what drives them to take action, what they need to hear. Oftentimes it's just trust. Do they trust this person? Do you come off as confident and trustworthy? They may say it's always price. Oh, it's just too expensive, I can't afford it. But if you build up the emotion, what they're trying to accomplish, something is better than nothing in every situation, okay? So there's a puzzle you're trying to put together with all this, okay? The 5 Ps. Okay, so here's a classic for you. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Say that 5 times fast. Guys, this is your roadmap to mastering conviction and immersion. What do I mean by that? Guys, know your products inside out. Prepare for objections. Memorize your script. You should be able to recite it right now without looking down at your written script, okay? And remember, confidence isn't about winging it. It's about being so prepared that nothing surprises you. All right, think about that. When you get on your calls, if you get a lot of anxiety, is it because you're just not prepared? Are you scared of situations that may come up? Be more prepared, all right? So the interchange of conviction and immersion, okay? Here's where the magic happens. Conviction and immersion work together like peanut butter and jelly, okay? When you dig deep into your prospect's needs, you naturally boost their confidence in you. Guys, and the deeper their belief, the easier it is for them to proceed and take action and buy from you. It's a win-win. So, guys, know your products. Know your clients' needs. Have some personal stories. Connect with people. They say something, don't spend too much time here, but connect with them and know your mission. Our mission in our call center, Luminary Life, is life is short, be great, do good, take care of others. And so really all you need to know is your mission should be to help protect families or something along those lines. If you have that within you, when you're making these presentations, and that conviction shows in your presentations with that energy, with that tone, with that confidence in the way you speak, you're going to be a lot more effective on the phone, all right? So let's talk about the grand finale in your presentation, right? The rate presentation, the close. This is when you combine conviction and immersion. When you do that, you're unstoppable. If you're fully immersed, understanding everything about the prospect, and they know you understand, you guys are on the same page, you're on this mission together to get this coverage, okay? This is just a formality, going over rates, okay? That's how it should feel. So, use techniques like the assumptive close. Now, when we say assumptive close, you can assume it because you've immersed yourself, you have this conviction in everything that you're saying that, yeah, we're doing this because you just told me why, what would happen if you didn't do it. You just told me your current situation and you just told me that something's better than nothing and all of this. And so you're assuming, and you're delivering the close with confidence, sharp as a tack, right? But you're layering them with emotional conviction. So it's not about pushing. You're not pushing somebody to take action. It's about guiding them, right? Guiding them to a decision that truly makes sense for their situation. And you understand their situation so well that it makes sense for them. And so you have that confidence to deliver that rate, okay? So here's the proof in the pudding. Higher talk times equals higher immersion. We found that correlation, okay? Higher conviction equals less objections. When you align these variables, you're not just helping families, guys, you are making your sales rates soar. You are helping your own family with the income that you're making by helping other families when that person passes, okay? So guys, the takeaway here, conviction and immersion, guys, they're not just buzzwords. They're the foundation of every successful sales call. Master them and you'll turn hesitant prospects into grateful clients. That's what we should be working on and getting better is conviction, and immersion. Okay, carry that through your sales calls today. Guys, it's not just about selling insurance, it's about protecting futures and changing lives.